Hi everybody, welcome to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Look at this beautiful architecture set by Lego. It's the Notre Dame Cathedral, Paris, France, and it is a beautiful set. When I saw this set released a little while back, I wanted this set so bad, but I still tend to do the Technic and the cars and many other and trucks and many other of the moving vehicles that make up Lego Technic and Speed Champions. But this one in architecture, I love beautiful buildings, and this is a very beautiful building, and just comes together very nicely. Here's what we have. We have 34 numbered bags. There's a lot of bags. A lot of little parts to this set. In the top side of the building, there are a lot of small pieces that make up a number of these bags, and as you can see, it's quite a few bags, but some of these bags are small with a quantity of the same piece multiplied times 20 or 30 or even 40 pieces. So here's what we have. There's 27 through 34. You can see back on the tail end here, these are a lot of the trim pieces up on top that will make up the fine details of the top of the building. The manual, 289 pages, actually 290 total. They have a very nice section in here that spells out the building, how the building came together, how it was built in stages, and gives you some history and background on the building. So that's really, really great. So there you have it, Notre Dame. So what we're going to probably do here, we're going to do 3 parts to this set. Each one will have approximately 11 parts bags, and then we'll move to part 2 and part 3, which will have about the same number of bags. And then we'll do a 4th part that'll wrap up the set, give you all the details and how it came together, if there are any issues, and the price and set details. So what we have right now is it's a Lego architecture set. It's an 18 plus set. It's set number 21061, 4,383 pieces. And a lot of those are small pieces. They make up all these fine details. So there are 4 different segments that make up this building that Lego splits it into. So we'll kind of follow along with that. But again, we'll do it by bag quantity. And like I said, each part will have approximately 10, maybe a few more bags in it. And then move on to part 2. Then we'll publish each one of those parts separately until we get to part 4, which will be the final wrap up of the set. So come along with me. This is going to be a very detailed, fun build, and the finished product is just beautiful. So stay with me, come along, and we'll have some fun with this together. I much appreciate you coming along. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me know what you think of this set. If you have the set, I'd love to hear from you. How you're displaying it, are you enjoying it? How did it come together for you? I would love to hear from you, and I always respond to comments, so please let me know. We'll be back with we'll start bag 1 and we'll work on through. And I'm not sure how many bags I'll stop and do separate updates, but probably 3 or 4. But we'll see as we go along. Thanks so much for coming along. Thanks for watching, and we will be back with the first update very soon. Hi everybody, welcome back. We're moving on to bag number 3. We've completed bags 1 and 2 of 34 bags on the Notre Dame set. Beautiful, beautiful set. A lot of detail to this set. A lot of detail. So here's where we're at on bag 3. As you know, it's set number 21061, 4,383 pieces, 18 plus set. Runs $229.99. For 4,300 pieces, that's a bargain. Here's what we have. Through bags 1 and 2, we built up the first section. There's 2 different sections in here. I'm sorry, 4 different sections in here. Here's what we're building right here. This was the section that was built from year number 1163 to 1182. and they give you these details all through the manual, which is excellent. This is, of course, not the full size of the set. This is just the first section, which is the east side of the cathedral. So this is the section we're building right now, and this was the section back in those years that was built first. Here's the base of that set right here. As you can see, we have the black and white floor tiles and the whole base plate for that section built up with an extension back here. A lot of detail here. Trying to put all those tiles in there was interesting. Underneath, just a large base plate all built up with bricks to stiffen it, as you can see in various places. Right there. So that's it. That's what we have so far through bags 1 and 2. We'll move on to bag 3, 4, possibly 5. I'm not sure yet. At least 3 and 4, and we'll move on from there. Come together very nicely. No issues. All the parts are here, and all the parts quality is just fantastic. No problems at all with that. No stickers in the set either. No stickers whatsoever. This is strictly all bricks. And if there's any printed pieces, they're on the bricks themselves, which we'll probably find a few. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Keep coming with me. This is going to be a fun build, a very detailed, fun build. And we'll watch it grow very slowly together. Thanks so much. We'll be back after the next few bags. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. And welcome back to the build of this Notre Dame, Paris, France architecture set. It's set number 21061, 4,383 pieces, an 18 plus set, and it runs $229.99. A great looking set. This is a truly iconic building, and so far it's been a very fun build. However, if you don't like little pieces, don't build this set because there's a lot of small pieces that build this. So here's where we're at. We completed bags 4 and 5. 4 and 5 were combined, which is very unusual for Lego to do that, but they were combined on that step. And then now we're moving on to bag 6, and here's bag 6. As you can see, lots of small pieces, and it's pretty much that way all through this set. Here's what we have through the first 5 bags of 34 bags total. As you can see, we're building up the entire base here in this section. This is one section of 4. As you can see, we have pillars internally. You have the black and white tiles laid out. We're building up these side lower building pieces here. And it's really coming together very, very nicely. But as you can see, there's a lot of pieces to this set. So it requires some, paying attention, of course, and enjoying the build. So there it is so far. These curvatures right here were the hardest part, making this curve right here in the building. Which, if you look at the box, that's this section right in here that we just built up. So we are going to be building on top of that and going all the way to the top. So that's where we're at so far. I hope you're coming along with me and enjoying the build. I certainly am enjoying this build, even though it's a lot of little pieces. But you could understand that would be the case, having almost 4,400 pieces to this set. But a lot of detail, a lot of detail, and that's what really counts on an architecture set. So there it is. Thank you so much for coming along. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Let me hear from you if you have this set. I would love to find out what you all think of this set, and if you have it, how you're displaying it, and how the build went for you. So we're going to move on now to bag 6 and 7 and 8, most likely, and then we'll be back with a fresh update at that point and let you see how it's coming along. Great build so far. Really, really great. And as I said in the earlier video, this is it's built by, they're building it the same way it was built originally back in many years ago. And this section is the first build. This is where they started when they built this this cathedral in France. So that's how it's built. So we'll be back. Stay with me. Have some fun. Let's build this. Build it up from here. Thanks so much for coming along. We'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here we're still working on the Notre Dame set. We're moving on to bag 9. I hope you're staying with me, enjoying this. This is a really, really detailed, not super easy to build set here. Very, very detailed, a lot of small pieces, and you have to line up everything pretty accurately for this thing to come together correctly. So we're moving on to bag 9. Here's bag 9 laid out and ready to go. That's bag 9 out of 34 bags. As you can see, all the bags are laid out over there, the balance of them. And there's bag 10, which will extend the base chassis that the set builds on, will be bag 10. Bag 9, as you can see, the little pieces right here, lots of them. All these details are made up by these small pieces. Here's what we have through the first 8 bags. You'll see the detail I'm talking about. As you get in here, you can see all the detail in there. It's pretty incredible, actually. All the pillars, and then the layers upon layers upon layers upon layers as you go up. And I guess the hardest part really is all these small detailed pieces here, like all of this, all the way around. And then you have, this is the curvature part of the cathedral right here. This is the curved part. So all that has to be lined up correctly. Right there. As you can see down inside. So yeah, there's a lot of detail here. All these pieces make up all that detail, as you can see. So this set, this portion of the cathedral is almost complete. There's just a little more to go here. This bag will complete this section, then we'll expand it from there. And then we'll be moving on to that next section, which will be a separate build period when it was originally built. And we'll lay that out once we get there and let you know what that is. And that would be the next phase of the build originally, back in the 1200 year range. So let's keep going. Hope you're enjoying the build so far. It's if you're into nice, complicated, highly detailed builds with a lot of pieces, this is it. This is definitely it. And it is a beautiful, beautiful set. Just beautiful. So far so good. So, thanks for coming along. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And I will be back after the next 2 to 3 bags. We'll let you know here. And we'll figure out a point where we're going to do part 1 here. So, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the RP Price Lego Build and Review channel. Here we are. Through the first part. This is part 1, the end of part 1 of the Notre Dame, Paris, France set. It's set number 21061. It's an 18 plus set, 4,383 pieces. It's part of the architecture series from Lego. And this is a really beautiful, beautiful set. So we're doing this by the time that the cathedral was built. And the first section of the cathedral, which you see here, right here, is the completion of that first section that was built. And that section was built from year 1163 to 1182. This was the first section of the cathedral that was built at that time. As you can see, it's all complete. A really complex build, but a lot of fun to build. A lot of pieces involved here. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful set. A little on the fragile side. A lot of these pieces are loose, like these pieces here tend to shift around a little bit, but they stay in place pretty well. And of course, you have the tile, black and white tile floors. As you can see in here, real deep into the set. Just beautiful, multi-level. And we put the roof on the last section, and the top rails up top. This section here is going to be the beginning of part 2, where the tile floor is extended forward. And this is the full size of the set now. This is the base of the full size. And there you can see the label, the nameplate. So there it is. This is the part 1 right here, and it is complete. And we extended the base, the foundation, for the next part 2 step, and that will be part 2 will cover years 1182 to 1200, and that's what we're building next. And that'll include multiple bags, and we will move on from there. So here's the end of part 1, and we'll move on now to part 2, and that will start with bag number 12. Bag number 11 built the foundation out and put in the tile floor. And that's part of part 2, but this will be extended out so you can see the full size of the set. So there it is. Thanks so much for coming along and watching. We'll move on now to part 2, and we'll be back after part 2. We'll start that with bag number 12 out of 34, and then we'll expand out from there. And we'll stop intermittently and give you updates through the bags of part 2, and then we'll move on from there to part 3. Thanks so much for coming along and watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment, and let me know what you think of this set. I'd love to hear from you. And please do subscribe and like. It makes a big difference in the channel, and I so much appreciate that. And if you have this set, please comment. Let me know. What do you think of this set? Did you enjoy building it? And how are you displaying it? We'd love to hear from you. So, thanks for coming along. Thanks for watching. And we will be back with bag number 12 and start part 2. Thanks so much for coming along.